Hi everyone and welcome to Drawanart with another tutorial. In this video you're gonna learn to draw a curly hair on a guy by following these easy steps. So let's begin with the basic thing, which is contour drawing. So as you can see that I already blocked out the basic structure of the curly hair on a guy, so then you have a better idea of how far you have to draw curls on a head. So I'll start off by demonstrating it by using say shape. And after that, I'm gonna draw say shape everywhere on the head. Make sure you're not drawing it all in one size. Keep it irregular so then it will be looking more natural and flowy. So let's take you through the full hair study that you have seen at the start of the video. Once you are done with the basic head coverage with the C-shape contour curls, then it's time to block out each curl individually. Just to show you how I go about doing this, and you can see that how I am overlapping the fine strokes in the shape but with the different flow of direction. So make sure that you draw curls in the direction of hair going in and out. Now, after block out the basic head coverage, I'm going to add a shadow in the darker areas. First, to get a clear understanding of darks and lights. So make sure you're following the action curves going in each section, and it could be totally different with each clump of hair. So make sure you keep an eye on your reference photo to get a better understanding about the details and where you need to focus on more darks and lights. So here I'm going to use a blending stump to smudge everything out to balance the saturation and also to fill in all the white parts. After that, I'm going to rebuild the swiping lines of curls individually by looking at the reference photo where they are going in the direction. So don't rush while drawing each curl. I know it can be very daunting when you have a lot of hair to draw, but if you do it with the patience and focusing on each and single detail, and especially when you draw curl in partition in smaller parts, then it would become more easier to draw the complete hair study realistically. So I'm again going to go in with my blending stumps to settle the sharp lines on some specific areas that will really help to blend out those harsher pencil strokes. And after that, I'm also adding some flyaway hairs to make my curly hair more realistic. And this is the key part of making your hair study looks realistic. So now I'm gonna fill in up the empty part of the top of the head with some more curls. And after that, I'll go ahead with some shadows. So it is very important to make sure that you do get in these shadows if you want your drawing to pop or stand out. And the reason that most people's drawing doesn't stand out is because it doesn't have enough contrast. And by contrast, I mean of values within the hair. So if you don't establish enough contrast, it won't have a lot of depth to it. So make sure that you do get into these shadows with some darker values. So I'm also using here a tissue paper to blend out everything evenly. So as like the shadows, it is also equally important to preserve the highlights as well by leaving the white parts within the hair rather than just darken everything up. Also helps to establish the realism in your curly hair drawing. So for the highlights, I'm using here this Tombow Mono Zero eraser for popping up the highlights by erasing the graphite from the paper in such direction where I found the most highlighted areas. And for making it more simple, just use a reference photo to get an accurate idea of where the hair are going in, especially in the darks and lights. As you can see that I'm using the mechanical pencil or other graphite pencil in between the creation of highlights. So why I'm doing this? Just because sometimes we pull up some excessive graphite from the paper. So by using the pencil strokes, especially mechanical pencil, we can easily draw some natural flowy thin strokes to fill in the parts, just like a natural strokes of hair. And after this, I'm using an electrical eraser by Drawanart for the brighter highlights. And this electrical eraser is more efficient as compared to the Tombow eraser or any ordinary eraser, because it can create on the stubborn surface. When you put more layers of graphites, then you can easily create the details by using this eraser, and you can see this. And then I'll make some adjustment of the lights and darks, and after some tweaking up some details, the curly hair drawing on a guy is almost done. So thank you so much guys for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.